Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Paul Golini. I have the privilege and the honor to be board chair of the directors of the ICFF, the Italian Contemporary Film Festival, and I want to personally thank you and welcome you all here today. As well, I want to welcome everyone that is joining us via Zoom. In the first part of today's conference, we will unveil the program of the Lavazza Inclusivity, an initiative organized by the ICFF in partnership with the Distillery Historic District. Following the reveal of the international lineup, we will introduce the full program and the special events of the 11th edition of the Italian Contemporary Film Festival, one of the most important cultural initiatives in Canada and across North America. As you can see, we are in a new location this year. We are in a location of one of Canada's most beautiful and beloved cultural destinations, the Distillery Historic District. Joining me today are Jamie Goad and Nadine Singh. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for having us. Following last year's incredible festival success, this year we are proud to present an outstanding lineup of films, special events right here at the Distillery District, transforming this unique location into an art and cinema village for 3 weeks, starting June 27th, running through to July 16th.
Distillery is a name, is an area. These are people, and these are incredible people that we started a collaboration a few years ago with the Lavazza Drive-In. We asked for some huts for our coffee, and that everything started with coffee. And this festival is all around coffee at the very end, with espresso. And from this Lavazza Espresso, we started a relationship. And what happened? Happened that in February, we were thinking how we can do this festival. Is a drive-in still something that is going to be good for our society? Are we forcing people to stay in the car when probably they want to stay closer? Is the bubble of the car something that from an incredible safe idea become something not good for our society? We are in a moment that we have to reconnect people. We are in a moment that we have to have that sense of community coming back to us. Pandemic was terrible for many things, but probably one of the bad things about the pandemic was the killing the sense of community. And this festival is all about community. And so we said we had to find a square, we had to find a piazza, we had to find a place where people reconnect. Of course, there is no other area in Toronto, probably not other area in Canada. So the idea went to Distillery. It takes courage to say we are going to have a film festival on Distillery. There are no cinemas. There are no big squares. It's already a crowded area of tourists, shoppers, and so on. And we took the courage. And so, again, it's a miracle that we are here. It's a new adventure. But I think that is what the society needs. And the festival goes always where the society wants that we go. It's not the opposite. We are not forcing people to follow us where they don't want to go. And so this is what we are putting together as a program of incredible films, outdoors, most of them, and with incredible partners. We have, of course, Lavazza, Andrea Caramello, Lenny Lombardi, that is joining us later on with Chin Radio. We have our back protected by Rogers Communication, our official communication partner. Antonelli is here on Zoom. And so the mission is still to have a festival that celebrates multiculturalism in Canada, and with a new formula. Trinity, the street that is probably the main street of Distillery, is going to be an open-air cinema. We are going to put on this street hundreds of couches like this one here. Why couches and not chairs? Because a cinema has to be comfortable. So we don't like those chairs, 2 hours on a chair. It has to be comfortable. And a cinema, has to have some treats. For this reason, we have Campari that is going to serve us the Campari Spritz. We have Masi that is going to serve us some wine, and also some appetizer. Of course, we have popcorn, so it's not movie without popcorn is not even starting. But not only this is going to be a big venue for our films. We are going to also take over another square that is probably a few hundred meters from here, and again transform that square into an open-air cinema. It's going to be called the Spirit Cinema, since it's very close to the famous restaurant, The Spirit. We decided to working together to create this. It was very challenging on the engineering part, on the safety part, on the relationship with the tenants that are here. You can imagine, we are not doing a drive-in in a square on Ontario Place. This is already an incredible area full of things. And so to have a big elephant coming to here was a challenge that they solve all the problems. So I had a big applause to Distillery and solving all the problems that they had. So at this point, after this introduction, Jamie and Nadine, please use the microphone to celebrate with us this new challenge of the festival.
Thanks, Cristiano, and good afternoon, everybody. It's wonderful to see so many people come out. What we always say at the Distillery after the cold winter is we just need the first sunshine and then the crowds will come, and this is certainly an example of that today. So my name is Jamie Goad. I'm one of the founders and the co-owners of the Distillery District. On behalf of my partners at Cityscape and at Dream, we're really delighted to welcome the ICFF and the Lavazza Inclusivity Festival to the Distillery District. It's really going to be a special time. We're really pleased to partner with Paul and Maurizio and Cristiano and their team to help bring this festival to Toronto again this year. 2022 actually marks two significant milestones for the Distillery. Firstly, it was 190 years ago that two brothers-in-law, William Gooderham and James Warts, decided to open a distillery on this site in 1832. That's 2 years before the city of Toronto was even incorporated. From this humble beginning, believe it or not, Gooderham and Warts grew their enterprise to be the largest distillery in the world. Hard to imagine, considering when they came here there were 5,000 people living in Toronto. But by the end of the 19th century, in fact, it was the largest distillery in the world. The second thing in 2022 that's important for us, it also marks the 20th anniversary of our own work to establish this arts, culture, and entertainment community, which we rebranded as the Distillery Historic District in 2002. We wanted to create a pedestrian village, home to live theater, galleries, fashion, artisans, award-winning restaurants, and all things creative. Now, on the subject of things creative, some of you may know that the film culture actually runs really deep at the Distillery. Through the 1990s and early 2000s, in the film industry, the Distillery was well known as the largest location for film shoots in North America outside of Hollywood. During this period, there were more than 900 movies and film productions actually created on this site. So what could be more appropriate than, as we celebrate our anniversary, turning this former film production location into a venue to watch movies, and movies focused on arts, culture, and entertainment. It's just a perfect fit. I actually had the pleasure of attending an ICFF screening of a film about the architect Aldo Rossi last year at Ontario Place, and I have to say it was really fantastic, and I got to sit in these couches. They're really comfy. And it's certainly a different theater experience than we're used to. And I've seen the lineup of the international films for this year's festival, and I know we're all in for a real treat. We're really privileged to partner with Lavazza, the ICFF, and look forward to bringing this festival to the Distillery and having 3 weeks of fabulous films starting on June 27th. Finally, I'd like to say to Cristiano in particular, thanks for organizing this festival. It's an enormous undertaking for your team, and they've worked really closely with our team at the Distillery, including Nadine Singh, the Distillery's manager of events and sponsorship, who I'd like to introduce to you now.
Thank you, Jamie. The Distillery District has a long-standing history of supporting and nurturing artists of all kinds. So when the ICFF approached us with this amazing opportunity to host the 2022 Inclusivity Festival, It was a no-brainer. We had to. We couldn't have imagined a more appropriate partnership. Something as unique as this outdoor film festival deserves a unique venue like the Distillery District. I'm certain that filmgoers will be blown away by the transformation of Trinity Street into a magical outdoor cinema surrounded by our Victorian buildings, our beautiful cobblestones, and our enchanting canopy lights. They will enjoy screenings and events at some of our renowned theaters and art galleries. And in between the impressive lineup of the Italian and international cinema, I welcome moviegoers to take some time to explore the beauty of the distillery and what we have to offer here. I'm looking forward to seeing you all during the festival. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadine. Again, you are an incredible worker. I know that many hours spent for this festival that we put together in weeks, not years. So thank you again. Maurizio, co-founder of ICFF, please join me because we have many supporters. This festival is made because of the support of many, many sponsors, and we love to recognize them. Grazie, Maurizio.
As you all may have guessed from the name of this festival, a very special thanks goes to Lavazza for bringing us all together today. Without them, this initiative wouldn't have been possible. From Lavazza, it's now my great pleasure to introduce a very dear friend of the festival, personal Andrea Chiaramello, head of Lavazza Canada.
Thank you, Maurizio. Thank you for the very kind words of introduction. I cannot explain how happy I am to be here today for a live press conference, as Paul said before. And since it's very well known that the speech of the sponsors are by far the most interesting part of the press conference, I'll make sure to keep this short. But this will not prevent me to thank very much the ICFF staff, all the volunteers, and all the other partners of this amazing event. And also to thank Cristiano for mentioning the fact that the coffee was the starting point of the conversation with the distillery. What an amazing venue. Coffee can indeed be the starting point of many things. The perfect day, a very important meeting, a very interesting conversation, but also the start of a relationship and a partnership. A partnership that between Lavazza and ICFF started indeed with a coffee in Markham over 5 years ago with Maurizio. I remember very well our meeting, which evolved from a cup of coffee together to an amazing partnership that keeps evolving year after year. And I can't wait to see and hear the exciting program from this year, and I can't help my head to think already about what will be next. So as ICFF has always been exceeding our expectations. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today.
Grazie, Andrea. A celebration of Toronto rich multicultural society is at the core of the mission of the Lavazza Inclusivity Festival, which this year is bringing together over 20 diverse communities to celebrate cinema. It is therefore our pleasure to partner with Chin Radio, the first multicultural and multilingual radio station to be established in Ontario. I would like to thank Lenny Lombardi, President and CEO of Chin Radio, for this partnership. Un applauso a Lenny. This, as you may imagine, wasn't an easy challenge to take on. The changes we have seen in the past years and also in the past months have deeply affected us, along with the event and the festival industries. The current inflation was inevitably an added obstacle in our course, but if we are here today, it is thanks to the amazing support of our many sponsors that have stood by us since the beginning and the ones that join us in this new endeavor. I would like to obviously thank once again Lavazza, our major sponsor, Campari. I recognize Leonardo and Priya. Thank you very much for your partnership. Masi Wine. It's a new entry, so everybody will enjoy a glass of wine like Cristiano anticipated, or perhaps a Prosecco that they importing this year. Great Golf, Citizen, Empire Communities, Castle Point, Hampton Stones, Rio Mare, Barilla, and Delta, the official airline of the festival. With them, we also need to thank Liuna, Aluminum Pergola, Christie, Pizza Nova, Italy, Laxi Modern Rentals, Mac Show System, Remo Ferri Group, Fasari and Partners, Baci Perugina, and I also would like to acknowledge the presence of Aladdin Asmani, head of Swatch Canada and brand manager for Hamilton Watches, which is our new sponsor this year. Our official communication partner, Rogers Communication, and our media partners, Rai Italia and Omni Television, are always with us, and we thank them. Thanks to the federal government, the Ontario government, the City of Toronto, Telefilm Canada, and Omni Television for their support and for always believing in us. Also, thanks to the Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Corporations and all the Italian institutions for their support of the Italian Contemporary Film Festival, and about the Italian partners we will dive in more during the ICFF conference. But now I would like to introduce you another key guest today. The festival is proud to partner and work alongside the Young Center to present films and their wonderful venue. We're joined here today by Peter Crichton, the Director of Marketing and Communication of the Young Center. Thanks, Peter, so much for joining us.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Maurizio, for the warm introduction. And it's so great to see. I barely leave my house. I can't believe seeing all you here today. This is really exciting. And thank you for including us. As you said, my name is Pete. I'm the director of the marketing and communications team at the Soul Pepper Theater Company that is housed at the Young Center just down the lane this way. We hope you'll come and visit us. And on behalf of the entire team of the Young Center, just wanted to say thank you. We're so excited to be part of this festival this year, and we're a brand new partner. I wish you nothing but perfect weather like this. But if it does rain, we are sort of the rain venue, housing, come inside, have a coffee, and we're really happy to be participating in the theater in that way. And hearing you talk about community just a few minutes ago really resonates with us. That's a really core pillar of what we're trying to do at Soul Pepper, and welcome new communities and welcome new audiences into our building. And this is just such a great fit and a great way to do it. We really can't wait to have people come in, enjoy film, enjoy great conversation, and enjoy some great coffee. I can't wait for that. I worked in the film industry for years, so I'm really excited to take in some of your programming, and really just thrilled to be part of it. So thank you, and wishing nothing but success for this amazing festival.
Thank you. So definitely not a rain plan. You are more than that. And also we are going to screen many movies that are going to be there. And because, again, this theater is an incredible theater. And we are going to move also the cocktail area around there, so to recreate the social aspect that we are going to have here at Trinity, also at the Young Center. Thank you again, because without you, again, we couldn't have this festival at Distillery. The festival, now we speak about movies, because, of course, those are important too. We decided it was a long process to select movies. We try to select movies that are good for the moment, again, of our society. And most of them are uplifting, and most of them give a sense of hope after watching it. We are going to have, at the opening of the festival, to thank Elevation Pictures, in particular Sarah Timlick, that is part of our board of advisors, since we are going to have part of the festival opening, the international part of it, Marcel Deschelles with The Shoes On. It's an incredible movie, and what is also incredible that is connected also with the Italian community, since Isabella Rossellini is part of it. For the Inclusivity Festival, we decided to also have an incredible coordinator that is helping us with selecting movies. And I'd like to have Sonia Aimi joining us.
Thank you. Well, it's really been an honor for me to be part of this amazing ICFF and team. And thank you, Cristiano, for having me on board as the coordinator for the Black African movies. It was really, interesting, educating for me, and enlightening for me. How many of you here knows Honorable Jane Augustine? Okay, that says it all. So for those of you who doesn't know her, please come to see her movie. There is a beautiful documentary about her life, her work in Canada, and which we inspire everyone regardless of your race, religious belief, and whatsoever. So how many of you know Mahalia Jackson? She sang, the beautiful, amazing voice who sang in support of Martin Luther King. So you want to learn more? Come to learn about her as well. How many of you know about Lagos, Nigeria? None of you. So everyone must come to the movie.
Grazie, Sonia.
Yeah,
thank you so
much.
much. Thank you so much, Sonia Aimi. So from Japan, we have the international premiere of Tombi, starring multi-award winning actor Hiroshi Abe and presented in partnership with the Japan Foundation and with the support of JCC. And from Ukraine, we are presenting the international premiere of Cosa Nostra, an Italian-Ukrainian co-production presented in collaboration with the Ukrainian Consulate General in Toronto, that I think that is with us or following on Zoom. I think that is a special meaning for us, this co-production, this co-presentation in this particular moment, and it's the first time that our festival screen an Ukrainian movie. So thanks for joining the festival. We will also celebrate the 75th anniversary of Indian independence with an incredible lineup featuring the theatrical premiere of Hum Do Amare Do and a series of events and cultural booths set up to celebrate India, organized in partnership with the Indian Consulate in Toronto. Representing France this year, we have the Canadian premiere of Encorps, which will be presented during the Bastille Week celebration in partnership with the French Consulate, Alliance Française, and the Fédération Tricolore. From Germany, we are proud to partner with the German Consulate General and the Goethe Institute to present the Canadian premiere of Hello Again, a fun and light-hearted romantic comedy. We decided to mash all these trailers in a clip, so we'll see a little bit of a sense of this movie on this special clip that Mert prepared for us.
Ordinary instrument.
Little documentary.
Oh, it's like a movie, but nobody has any lines, and nobody even knows what it is while they're making it. No?
Okay, Machad the Shell is ending this mix of movies. The festival is proud to support always Canadian films and its filmmakers with a wide selection of features and shorts, thanks to the incredible support of Telefilm Canada. We're also going to celebrate Canada Day together with a special screening, an exceptional Canadian film directed by Stephen Campanelli. Of course, I'm speaking about Drink Water, one-of-a-kind comedy of age that's really represent Canada. I'd like to show you a clip of this movie made by an Italian-Canadian filmmakers from Montreal.
Dance. I hear that you just moved in.
Yeah. Feels like a Dunkin'.
This is not a Dunkin'.
Are you stalking her?
What? No, it's like a soft stuff.
So now it's time to speak about another part of the festival. Since the festival is not all about film, but speaking about other form of arts, I would like to join me Mara Cataldi, Director of Operation, responsible for this new project.
So as we have been saying, the multiculturalism is the key words of this year's festival. And when sitting down and brainstorming on how we could better engage people in Toronto and Canada to learn and discover more about the many communities that lives and add to our society, we decided we want to take a step even further. So the mission of the Six Art Outdoor is to forecast intercultural and multicultural dialogue by promoting a more active engage and awareness within the community throughout the use of visual arts. So the art exhibit will be free of charge and open to the public, thanks to the support of our sponsor, Lavazza, RBC, Hampton, and Tridel. And I believe in this project since the very, very beginning. And an important thanks goes to the committee behind this project, Lina Jabra, Active Executive Director at the Art Gallery of Burlington, Diane Montreuer, that is here with us today, board members at Métis Nation of Canada, Dan Siraco, Director of Senior and Legal Counsel at CBC, here with us today, and Silvia Forni, Senior Curator of African Arts and Culture at the Rome Museum. So the art installation will feature 13 sculptures that will be 8 feet tall, so we're talking about much taller than me. So, and they will be painted from some of the Toronto most talented artists. We are aware, however, that an exhibit plays only a small part in the complex process of promoting art, integration, and the respectful cohesion of different community and cultural practices. However, I sincerely believe that this contribution has an extraordinary potential to challenge prejudice and stereotypes, as well as create shared space and a sense of belonging. It is my pleasure to have here some incredible artists with us today. I can see in the audience Jacqueline and Nicholas Alfa. Those are just two of the Torontonian artists who will be painting those beautiful sculptures. That again will be free of charge for June 27 to July 16, and they will take a place rear around the corner at the Gristmill Lane. So I will join you all to take a look at the art exhibit.
Thank you, Mara. And before we begin the official conference dedicated to ICFF, I would like to leave the microphone, of course, to Jamie and Nadine, again, for closing this Inclusivity program conference. Thank you again. And please, even if there are any questions for them, we'll have a Q&A after the Italian festival program.
It's going to be really great. We're so looking forward to it, and thank you for coming to the distillery. I think it's going to be a wonderful partnership.
Thank you.
Grazie Nadine, grazie Jamie, thank you so much, and for sure we are going to talk in upcoming days.
I'm sure that's true.
Grazie, grazie ancora.
So thank you again. We'll continue with the press conference for the 11th edition of the ICFF now. This is exciting. This is 2 festivals in one. and it really is going to be a cinema village, a cultural village here. So we're extremely excited. Thank you again, Jamie and Nadine. We're now going to introduce the program and the lineup of the 11th edition of the ICFF. Before doing so, I would like to formally thank the Italian government, the Italian Embassy in Ottawa, the Italian Consulate in Toronto, of course, the Italian Trade Commission, the Italian Cultural Institute, and all the institutions, and Ambassador Andrea Ferrari. Thank you to all of you for your support throughout the years, not just this year. This is a growing festival, and we could not have done it without your continued support. And you've always understood the importance of this initiative, not only as a tool to introduce and promote Italian cinema in Canada, but also as a way to showcase what our country has to offer in terms of tourism, talent, and culture. We hope that the films that you will see at our festival will spark your curiosity in learning more about Italy, and will prompt you all to take a trip this summer to Italy, perhaps after the festival, so after July 16th. We welcome all of you to come to Italy. But without further ado, I would like to extend an official thank you to Ambassador of Italy to Canada, His Excellency Andrea Ferrari, who was going to be with us online with Zoom, but unfortunately was unable to make it. But at this time, we are very excited and proud to have with us the Consul General of Italy in Toronto, Mr. Eugenio Sgro, who has been an incredible supporter of our festival for many years and continues to do so in our platform, in our mission to celebrate the best of cinema and culture through this incredible festival. So, Mr. Eugenio Sgro, if you can join us, please, to say a few words. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everybody. I'm very pleased, I'm very glad to be here to the presentation of the 11th edition of the Italian Contemporary Festival. This festival has truly become an anticipated yearly appointment to discover Italy's most recent film productions. And without any doubt, cinema is one of the forms of elaboration of a cultural vision of an era in a specific historical moment. Spreading Italian cinema abroad, therefore, means to us, to the Italian institutions abroad, means spreading the cultural subjectivity of our country, its values, its distinctive characteristics. So, in our understanding, in our vision, cinema is a privileged instrument of guidance and understanding of the social and cultural dynamics in an evolving society such as Italy. And the Italian Contemporary Film Festival in Canada is proudly supported by all the Italian institutions. So from the Embassy of Italy in Ottawa, from the Consulate General of Italy in Toronto, from the Italian Institute of Culture in Toronto, Italian Trade Commissioner. And we are fully aware that we also supported by our community, the Italian community, through its representatives elected within the committees. And so we are proud to show you what Italian cinema is able to express, bringing some of our best contemporary film productions to Canada, providing so an opportunity to all film lovers to experience firsthand not only the most recent filmography, but also to meet some of the most famous Italian actors and film directors. And it's very significant that the Italian Contemporary Film Festival takes place also in June. It's officially being opened in June, which is the Italian Heritage Month within the larger frame of Canada's National Heritage Months. So the Italian Heritage Month, as we all know, is the time to celebrate the rich culture and heritage of Italians, of Italian Canadians, who have widely and strongly contributed to the building up the society which hosts us today. So the film festival is truly becoming an opportunity to get fully deeper and deeper aware of who we are, of what we have done, and what our contribution could always be. We are all here together in order, ready to meet the challenge of the future, and being aware that the Italian values are shared with the Italian Canadian, the Italian people living here. So I wish to all of you the best, success in joining us to this edition of the festival, and I wish to thank all the organizers, especially the members of the board of the Italian Contemporary Film Festival Association, who have been very cooperative with Italian institutions in order to perform this event, meeting the expectations of our Canadian friends. Thank you very much for all of us.
So thank you so much, Consul General. Usually we start by announcing the opening of the Italian Film Festival, but we do things differently here, as you know, and we are starting with the closing because there are many things that, but actually I'm not going to be the person speaking about the closing, because we have a better person speaking about the closing, that is the director of the Italian Institute of Culture in Toronto, Veronica Manson, because she's the one organizing with us, with Harbourfront, a special event that is celebrating another Italian incredible person. Is Renzo Piano. Please, Veronica, supporter of ICFF for many years, and thank you to be at this press conference.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Cristiano. Thank you, Paul Golini. Thank you, the Board of Directors of the Italian Film Festival. As the Council was saying, it is the most anticipated appointment with Italian cinema in Toronto. And it's a pleasure to witness this opening of the 11th edition here at the Distillery District. As we all know, and I really believe that, the Italian Cultural Institute is here in Toronto to promote Italian culture at large. So film and cinematography is a very big component of transmitting our culture. And the Italian Film Festival is really one of the medium, I would say, to do just that. Not only because they present the most contemporary film productions of Italy. So really, because as we all know, we have a long tradition. We have a lot of classics. We always talk about the great film directors of the 60s and the 70s. And yes, but we also have a vibrant contemporary cinema. And this, the ICFF is one of the best way to discover that. And on top of that, as I was saying, yes, the Italian Cultural Institute promotes Italian culture. And this means we are very thrilled, as Cristiano was saying, to have this partnership with the Harbourfront Centre today and the City of Toronto to basically organize a tribute to one of our most important contemporary architects. We are working with Harbourfront Centre to bring a large exhibition about Renzo Piano. And we are also, and so this will take place from July 16th all the way until September. Why Renzo Piano? Because as you probably all know, Renzo Piano is the architect that has designed the new courthouse here in Toronto. So we're very thrilled to partner with Harbourfront Centre and with ICFF, because in that occasion, we not only will have a large exhibition about Renzo Piano's 10 most important projects worldwide, but we're teaming also with ICFF to present a documentary that already won awards in Italy on how Renzo Piano works, and how his whole international studio works. So we're very, very happy to partner with ICFF, and this will take place, can I say it? It will take place on July 16th. Can I disclaim the date?
July 16 is
July
the
16 at Harbourfront Centre. This will be so another aspect we'll discover, not just cinema, but also Italian architecture. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I thank the ICFF for their amazing effort in bringing contemporary Italian cinema. Thank you to Harbourfront Centre.
Thank you, Veronica. And architecture and design is going to be really a big component of our festival, since we are a distillery district that is an example of requalification of an industrial area with everything that Jamie and the staff and the owners here have done in the past years. Actually, one event of architecture and design is going to take place here, is exactly on a documentary made by on an Italian-Brazilian architect, an important one that created a big project in Brazil, and we are going to speak about this compared to what happened here at Distillery, also what happened in Milan in a Campari distillery, how they changed that area of a distillery in something else. So this is going to be still part of our program of architecture and design. We are going to celebrate Olivetti also is an incredible other architect and designers with 2 documentaries that are going to be screened here at the Distillery, one at the Young Center, another one at the Spirit. So, but going back to the people that we have to recognize and be part of the festival, I think that...
Yes, grazie Cristiano. Just before we get into the program, I wanted to recognize and ask Lenny Lombardi to come up and just say a few words, President and CEO of Chin Radio, who's been a partner of ours for many years, and we could not put all of this together without partners. So thank you, Lenny.
Thank you, Paul. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As Paul mentioned, Lenny Lombardi, President and CEO of Chin Radio, founded by my father, Johnny Lombardi, in 1966. So we've been broadcasting for over half a century of multilingual programming here in Toronto and really across Ontario through our programs on radio and television. I'm really quite honored to be a continued supporter of ICFF on the board, but also putting Chin Radio behind this great initiative, because the international component that has grown over the last few years, we had our humble beginnings at Ontario Place with our drive-in, has now blossomed into truly an international film festival. And what better place than to host this festival than here at the Distillery. So we've actually gone above and beyond what we had began so many years ago into what is going to be, I think, a trademark of the city of Toronto. Chin Radio, a multicultural broadcaster, lives and breathes language. Language is heard in the heart, and this festival, I think, really will impact everyone, especially in this city that we are so proud of our cultural diversity. And I'm so proud to be part of this event that focuses and pays tribute to the cultural diversity of this great city. So congratulations to ICFF and all the board members that have made this a reality, and thanks to the Distillery Group for hosting us this year and for many, many more years to come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, Grace, to be here. Many memories in those cars. Probably we'll do it again in a few years, the drive-in. I already miss it. So we speak about now the opening of the ICFF is going to be a documentary on, again, another incredible person of Hollywood, I can say, not just Italy. Ennio Morricone is a documentary of the Academy award-winning director Giuseppe Tornatore. Is a documentary that already won 4 David Di Donatello Awards and the Nastro d'Argento 2022 Award for Documentary of the Year in Italy. So it's probably the best documentary that was produced in the last few years in Italy. The film recounts the incredible life and great success of Italian composer Ennio Morricone, who many of us remember for his unmistakable scores that distinguished the subgenre of spaghetti western. And we have also live on Zoom Marco Morricone, that is the son of Ennio Morricone, and is going to be also with us the 2 producers that put together this documentary. They are going to be the 27th of June here in Toronto for this special screening. The producer Gianni and Gabriele, thank you to support this initiative. So now we speak about, we have a trailer for this. We have a trailer of the documentary. We'll just check.
Quando ho fatto il primo film Nel 61 ho detto, nel 1970 smetto di fare il cinema.
It was very new at the time and still today.
You hear his music, you know it is Ennio.
Can't be anybody else.
It's not just popular, it's an anthem.
So Ennio is going to be the first movie of the ICFF, but we are speaking about now, after 2 years in which we were unable to have guests from Italy, stars from Italy, we are starting again to have big stars coming to Distillery to have movie under the stars. So we are going to have Claudia Gerini, is an incredible actress. He's going to be presenting here the directorial debut, Tapirulan is the title of the movie. And she will be presenting also Sulla Giostra, another incredible movie. We are going to have the star comedian Lino Banfi that will present his latest film Vecchie Canaglie in North American premiere. And we will also have Fabio De Luigi in Toronto presenting E noi come stronzi rimanemmo a guardare. And we are... I didn't translate this Italian title. Thank you, Donatella. So, as we are also proud to present, and this is just confirmed, the presence here in Toronto of Alessandro Gasman, that will present his movie Il Grande Silenzio. So, Alessandro Gasman is going to be with us here in Toronto. We have just a short hello from him. I think that yesterday,
Hi, I'm Alessandro Gasman. I'm so proud and happy to come to Toronto for the Italian Contemporary Film Festival and Inclusivity Festival. I want to thank Cristiano De Florentis for inviting me. I'm really curious to see what will be the reaction of the Canadian audience to my movie. It's such a special movie for me. We won not bad of awards here and very good reviews, and so I hope this is gonna happen also in Canada. I only was in Canada once with my father, Vittorio Gassman, many years ago. I was just a child following him on the set. That was in Quebec, following him on the set of Robert Altman's Quintet, The Quintet, which with Paul Newman and Fernando Rey, my father, and many other actors. And that was an incredible experience, the coldest place I've ever been in my life, but such a beautiful country you have. So, hope to see you soon. I hope you're gonna be a lot of people at my projection, and can't see to speak and answer to all your questions. Vi auguro grande successo per questa nuova edizione dell'Italian Contemporary Film Festival and Inclusivity Festival.
I think that there are many people that are celebrating because, again, this is in Italy is one of the biggest star of the Italian cinema and Italian television also, because he's a protagonist of many TV series, very successful TV series. So we have also to announce that we are going to have many other guests that are coming from Italy. Many of them also they come because they want to participate to our festival, and this is a very incredible news from us. Not just people that we invite, but also people that decide to travel with the movie that we select. We are going to have Pierluigi Di Lallo, that is the director of Too Much Family, and Giovanni Cangialosi and Paola Salute from Chi non muore si rivede, to thanks the Sicilians that are helping out with Betty Lepori on top of them. Thank you, Betty, for this. So we have a trailer of, again, putting together all the Italian movies that we are going to screen this summer. Yes, it's a long trailer because we have over 30 Italian films that we are going to screen. Of course, not just the Distillery, but the many locations of the ICFF. We are going to close the festival with another incredible title, Across the River and Into the Trees by Paola Ortiz. It's a co-production between Italy, Canada, and UK. Again, the festival is really pushing into the co-productions. This is what we like to have, create bridges between the countries and also create a business between the countries. So this is what exactly is the Industry Day that is going to happen in November, the end of November. And this movie produced with Andrea Biscaro and Robert McLean, that are the two producers, were here last year at the Industry Day speaking about this project, and we opted out to, of course, to promote it. And now we have the results of all these screening this movie that is set in Venice for the closing part of the festival. So I stop here, and we have Maurizio that is going to explain how the festival is going to happen also in the many other cities of Canada.
Grazie Cristiano. This year we're happy to react with different venues to showcase our Italian programming with screening and special events in multiple cities across Canada. Starting with the special events, on June 24th, the ICFF will celebrate Sergio Marchionne with a gala dinner at Riccarda's, followed by the film screening at the TIFF Bell Light Box. Talking about special events, ICFF will also celebrate the 100th anniversary of Baci Perugina with an incredible event taking place here at the Distillery. And like every year, the ICFF is coast to coast with screening in Vaughan at Cineplex, in Hamilton at the Westdale Cinema, in partnership with Cinema Insieme, and in Montreal at the Petite Italie and the Cinema Guzzo. A special selection of 10 films will also be accessible across Canada thanks to the ICFF digital platform in partnership with TIFF.
Grazie Maurizio. As well, we are celebrating with Campari, as always, an incredible partner of many years. Campari is, in fact, hosting a special Fellini night dedicated to showcasing their connection to the great historical filmmaker and bringing together film and mixology. So stay tuned for that as well. This brings us to the conclusion of our press conferences. I want to thank everyone that made the trip here out of their Zoom room, and I want to thank everyone on Zoom also for joining us today. Thank you again to sponsors, partners, staff, our Italian government partners, and to all of you, because we can't make a festival without you. So we look forward to seeing you in a month's time, and grazie, buon festival.